Greetings everybody, it's Rob from Sage Tower Games, and we are here with The Secrets of Magic, the latest book from Pathfinder 2nd edition, giving us a lot of magical options, 2 new classes, a bunch of more spells, and tons of stuff. So this video is going to be taking a look at part of the Secrets of Magic book. Specifically, we are looking at the new background options for characters. So without further ado, let's hop in and take a look. So we have the Academy Dropout. You were enrolled at a prestigious magical academy, but you've dropped out. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be intelligence or charisma, so perfect for your wizards or your sorcerers. You're trained in arcana and academia lore, and you gain the dubious knowledge skill feat, which is a fun one because it means that when you make a knowledge check, you may gain incorrect knowledge. Astrologer. Astrologers look to the stars and signs for portents, using their position to chart courses for those living beneath them. You get intelligence or wisdom. You're trained in occultism and astrology lore, and you gain the oddity identification skill feat. So right away, I'm a bit concerned about the astrology lore and academia lore. I feel like those are 2 really specific lore skills that I'm not sure how often they will come up in actual play. Those are very weird ones to pick. Eidolon contact. You pretty much come into contact with an Eidolon. You get either Constitution or Charisma and a free ability boost. You're trained in your choice of Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion, and the lore skill for the creature associated with your contact Eidolon. You also gain dubious knowledge. So this one's really powerful because with your Eidolon, if you say you had a dragon lore, angel lore, animal lore, the list goes on, psychopomp lore, fae lore, it's all different lores you could go with depending on what Eidolon you pick. So that's really cool. That's probably right now the strongest one of the 3 we've read so far. False Medium. There are people in this world who possesses the ability to pierce the veil between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You ... are not one of them. So you're a fake psychic. That's hilarious. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be intelligence or charisma. You're trained in occultism and fortune telling lore. Not sure how good that is. And you're trained in the deceptive worship skill feat. Interesting. That one sounds like a lot of flavor, I must say. That's definitely a cool idea of a. So the deceptive worship, by the way, for those of you that may be wondering, is you can use occultism instead of deception to impersonate, someone of a particular faith. Magical merchant. Selling magic items isn't like being an ordinary merchant. So whereas you buy, so that's it. I like this one already. A magical merchant person. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be intelligence or wisdom. You're trained in crafting and mercantile lore. That could be useful, like merchant stuff. And you gain the crafter's appraisal feat. This one looks like it has potential to also be really good. Because mercantile lore can help you with probably merchants. Probably could use it to identify various better deals, or maybe you can find a good merchant to deal with. Has more uses than say fortune telling lore, which I guess could be useful if you were playing around with the Harrow deck, possibly. Magical misfit. You don't understand folks who claim that the magical talent is some sort of burden or great responsibility. So you use your magic to just kind of cause trouble, escape trouble. The magic user who isn't really in the academy but on the streets. So you have Arcana and Underworld lore, and you gain the Trick Magic Item skill feat. Alright, that one's also pretty good. Musical Prodigy, probably really good for a bard. Dexterity and Charisma, and you train in Performance and Musical lore, and you gain the Virtuistic Performer skill feat. So those are all, like, if you're gonna play a bard and you want to have magic, the Musical Prodigy is definitely a good one, in my opinion. Occult Librarian, Intelligence or Wisdom, you're trained in the kind of reading rare tomes, occult mysteries. You gain Occultism skill and the Academia lore. Again, Academia lore I feel like may not be the best, but you gain the School in Secrets skill feat. Now, what may be interesting here, actually, is there's a lot of Academia lore which could be useful because the latest adventure path, Strength of Thousands, takes place in a school or the academy. So it's possible that's why they have that lore kind of connected to this as a way to help with that. Plant Whisperer, obviously Green Thumb. Wisdom or Charisma, this is great for druids. You're trained in nature and planet lore, and plant lore, not planet lore, sorry. And you gain the Natural Medicine skill feat. So Leshy Druid, healing, greatness, tons of good stuff. The Street Preacher is preaching, let me guess, this is the one for clerics that's really good. Wisdom or Charisma, so that gives you your wisdom stat. Train in religion and lore for your deity, and you gain the Dubious Knowledge skill feat as a way to help with that as well. That's a fun one. Student of Magic is Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion, Intelligence, or Wisdom. So it's good for wizards or clerics. Not good for sorcerers because they don't need to learn, they kind of just get it. And you gain the Recognize Spell skill feat. That's a good skill feat. So the next page is rare magical backgrounds. Before we go to the rare ones, just looking at these initial ones, I would say Eidolon Contacts, really good. Musical Prodigy is good for bards. Plant Whisperer is good for druids. Street Preacher is good for clerics. And then I like Student of Magic and like Magical Merchant and Magical Misfit are also good. I think that Astrologer's kind of weak. Academy Dropout's kind of weak. False Medium weak. In terms of like strength, they're a bit weak. They're cool for flavor. Lots of flavor up here, definitely. But in terms of just like strength, they're a bit weak. Rare magical backgrounds. These are the rare ones. The ones that are a bit special. Anti-magical. Magic has never worked quite right around you. Perhaps you become a magic user in spite of that. Or perhaps you choose to fight magic users. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be either Constitution or Wisdom. So Wisdom could help clerics. It could also help anybody who wants to help with their will saves. Constitution for health. You're trained in a lore skill of your choice, though it can't be about a magical subject. Whenever you would be affected by magic, even your own magic, they must make a DC 3 flat check. On a failure, the magic doesn't affect you. So that's a 10% chance for any spell to not affect you. That is an interesting one if your party doesn't have a lot of buff spells. Because 10% is still something. The Chosen One. Your birth has fulfilled a prediction and people close to you are counting on you to do great things. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be either Strength or Charisma. So Strength is good for your melee characters, Charisma is good for sorcerers, diplomacy checks. Determine with your GM the basics of the prophecy in which you're meant to play. You're trained in 1 skill related to the prophecy and the Fortune Teller lore skill. You gain the Prophecy's Pawn free action. Prophecy's Pawn is a free action. You fail a saving throw, attack roll, or skill check. Effect: you twist the prophecy in your favor, which will have consequences later. Reroll the fail check. You must use the result of the second roll. For 24 hours afterwards, the GM can force you to reroll a successful saving throw, attack roll, or skill check as fate balances the scale. This is a misfortune effect. You can't use Prophecy Pawn again until the GM uses this option or 24 hours pass, whichever comes first. I love this background. I am in love with this background. It gives your character so much flavor as being part of a prophecy. And the fact that it says, listen, you get one free reroll whenever you want it. But the GM gets to force you to make a reroll in the next 24 hours. So you know, it's really like a devil's bargain where it's like, okay, I'll give you this reroll. But you know, that crit that you're about to roll maybe against the boss, you know, next battle, reroll it. Oh, I love that. As a GM, I think that's awesome. It has that whole little like giving them something, but then making them risk it later down the road. Genie Blessed. You sought out a powerful genie and requested their blessing, hoping to increase your fortune. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be Charisma, and the other one is free. You're trained in Diplomacy skill and the Genie Lore skill. And you gain the Wishful Luck free action. Once per day, you're about to roll an attack, saving throw, or skill check. You wish aloud for success, and you roll the check twice. So that's cool. You essentially get to wish on the genie to give you a chance. I like that. It's basically a free hero point on a roll. Magical Experiment. At some point in your life, powerful people perform magical experiments on you that change you permanently. You may sign up for this voluntarily, or it may be against your will. You gain only 1 ability boost for Constitution. You're trained in Occultism and the Academia lore, but you gain a special ability depending on your experimentation. So some examples. Enhanced Senses. You gain Low Light, or if you already had Low Light, you gain Dark Vision. And an imprecise sense of up to 30 feet, such as Scent, Thought Sense, Tremor Sense, Wave Sense. That's pretty cool. Resistant Skin. The experiments render your skin tougher and resilient. You gain resistance equal to half your level, minimum 1, against 2 of the following types of damage. 1 chosen by you, and the other chosen by the GM. Acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic. So, as a GM, I would pick something along the middle ground. So like, if I knew that my campaign had a lot of fire in it, I maybe wouldn't do fire. I would say, maybe I'll do sonic or electricity, because I don't want them to give them too much resistance. Touch Telepathy. The experiments to your body allow you to link minds via touch. You gain telepathy with creatures as long as you are in physical contact. This allows you to communicate mentally with any creature you're in physical contact with, as long as you both share a language. That's cool. I mean, it's good for social campaigns, definitely. And then we have Sea of the Dead. You have long been gifted with the ability to see and speak with the departed. You only gain 1 ability boost, Constitution or Wisdom. You're trained in Religion and Undead lore. That's a good one. Undead lore can help you with, well, a lot of stuff. And you have the effect of the Spirit Sense spell at all times. The Spirit Sense allows you to, you get a free check every time there's a haunt or spirit in your area, even if you're not actively looking for them. I like that. That's also really good. Because some issues I've had with haunts is I feel like haunts are so, it's hard for players to know that there's a haunt there until they're in the haunt. So that's a cool one. Song of the Deep. During a sea voyage, you washed overboard, ingested seawater, and drowned. Merfolk, sea serpents, other sea denizens have kind of pulled you out from the depths. But it did kind of change you a bit. You gain 1 ability boost. It must be either Strength, Constitution, or Charisma. You're trained in the Athletics skill and the Ocean Lore skill. You have the ability to breathe underwater. You can choose to lose the ability to breathe air when you take this background, making you only able to breathe underwater. If you do, you gain a 2nd ability boost, which is a free one. So if you wanted to get rid of breathing air, you get a second boost. That's funny. Again, I know we talked about it in the, I believe it was the Lost Omens Guide book, the one of the different ancestries, and we had some of those aquatic ancestries that we had in play. So this helps a lot with that. Time Traveler. Time Traveler comes from a different time, whether by your own doing or a terrible accident. Powerful magic has kind of put you here. You might be from New Thessalonian or an entire nation of time travelers. Choose 2 ability boosts. One must be dexterity or intelligence. The other one is a free boost. You are trained in 3 lore skills of your choice that represents your knowledge from your old time. You gain the bend time reaction. So once per day, you can give yourself quicken for this turn. That is, I mean, it's cool. Like, give yourself a quick 1 turn, like quicken. So if you have to stride, you can only use it to stride, it says. You can't use it to strike. So you can basically get a free move once per day. That's all right. So I'll say, looking at these, I'll be honest. Chosen One, Genie Blessed, Magical Experiment, sound amazing. Those are really cool. Sea of the Dead is also pretty cool. Song of the Deep, Time Traveler, and Antimagical. Alright. I love the backgrounds that they're doing in Pathfinder 2e. They give your character a bit more flavor. They affect how your character builds, giving specific lore skills. And they're actually giving some of them like special abilities. These rare ones have a lot of like GM interaction, where like you work with your GM to determine what your prophecy is, what experiment has been done to you. These kind of interactions are really cool. And I think that as a GM, I like that, one thing. And second, I like the fact that it gives you some different ways to have a background that can actually play into your actual character. I know we have off academia lore, which again probably plays really big into the Straits of Thousands adventure path, I'm guessing. Otherwise, I think that this is a pretty solid background selection. So which background do you guys think is the best? Let me know in the comments down below. And again, subscribe to the channel for more Pathfinder content. I know there's been a bit of a Pathfinder drought in content. I've been trying to rework and reimagine my Pathfinder videos for you guys to kind of give you guys what you guys want to see. And as always, remember, I do stream Pathfinder 2nd edition on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are playing the Age of Ashes campaign. Be sure to check it out. It is a lot of fun. We are, wrapping up deep into the campaign. We are like near book 4, book 5, so high level, like 15th level playing. So be sure to check it out. And thank you guys for watching this video. And be sure to check out some of my other videos of diving deep into the Secrets of Magic book and all the different content that it has to give us. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.